Welcome back, everybody, and this time we're back again. It's Saturday, and that means weekly purchases, weekly discussion, weekly check-in with everybody to see how everybody's doing. Hopefully you're all staying healthy, staying well. We're still in the coronavirus madness, as you guys all know and are fully aware, I'm sure. It's been really interesting, working at home every single day. I'm usually in an office working every day. I'm usually in a suit and tie or dress shirt or fancy clothes, and now I get to wear my heavy metal shirts every day at home all day. Don't have to shower and get up, right away. I can get up and get on my conference calls without taking a shower, which, hey, it's a nice change of pace. But I think we're all ready to get life back to normal, and we're getting there someday, somehow. So, like I said, we'll get there. I don't know when, but we'll get there. But this week, actually, I got to go a little figure hunting. I had a buddy that tipped me off. I needed to get some groceries in the worst way as I was out of my breakfast. So I was going to go buy a couple of weeks worth of breakfast food for me to eat every morning while I'm on my morning conference calls. And he tipped me off about some action at one of the Walmarts. So kind of a two for one action, two birds, one stone. I decided to go to that Walmart and got to do some fig hunting. And you're going to see these in weekly purchases. It was very strange being out in stores again. I've only left my house twice in the last 5 weeks, 4.5 weeks, whatever it's been. It was one time to go to Lowe's where our washer and dryer both exploded. Same day. I mean, how does that work? I don't know. Sounds like something fishy there, but had to get a new washer and dryer, and then out this time to go to Walmart, get a few groceries, and then pick up some fig hunting stuff. It had been so long since I've been fig hunting. I've said it before. I've been fig hunting pretty hardcore since I was 6 years old. My dad was a very, very serious collector. That'll be a good discussion topic down the line on what some of the stuff he did and we did way back in the day. But I fig hunt every single day. I'm in a store of some kind, knowing the market conditions. What is Target's looking like? What are Walmart's looking like? Most of the time, I could tell you off the top of my head the eight surrounding Walmarts from my house. I could tell you what's on their shelves because I'm in the stores all the time. But it was weird to go in. I felt like I was traveling to a new state that I'd never been to before. I have no clue what was going on. And things have changed out there. Big Marvel Legends end caps for the Black Widow movie. Masters of the Universe figures on the shelves. Elites, like you wouldn't believe. I haven't seen Elite Mattels that stocked in years. Unfortunately, it's all Elite 65, the Ronda Rousey, Nia Jakks, stuff from, a year ago or so. I don't know where those came from, but all the Walmarts across the country sounds like they got them, and the one I was in was no different. But some new Star Wars figures, Black Series out there that I haven't seen before. We saw Marvel Legends, like I said. The Elites Top Picks were another one that have seemed to have flooded the shelves with Top Pick Elites. And just other displays that are different and stuff. So it was really weird. When I went very early in the morning, like 7 o'clock, and I actually got my breakfast, the stuff I needed for my breakfast. I got the figures I wanted as I was walking the aisle, and I only saw 2 Walmart employees that whole time, and I saw 0 customers. I didn't run into one customer out there. It was like the dream shopping experience. I didn't touch anything besides the stuff I bought, didn't get a cart, didn't do any of that. Went in, grabbed it all, went to the express lane, checked out, and that was it. I mean, I have never had more eerie of a shopping experience, of a ghost town, of a big super Walmart like I have had that occasion. But like I said, it paid off. I was very happy I got a few things. So a lot of stuff came through. 99% of it came through the mail, as you'd imagine. But I got a lot of mix and match type stuff this week. A lot of, obviously wrestling every single week. We know about my Jakks goal here I'm working hard for. Some wrestling figures. Got some Pops, which is different for me. I got Star Wars, Marvel Legends, some Live 5 major pod stuff came through the mail. And so yeah, let's jump into this week in weekly purchases. All right, here we are, the weekly purchases. Our favorite time of the week. You get to see what I got that came through. So let's start it off with something way flashback to the olden days. Flashback to 80s. 1989. The greatest year in baseball ever. Argue me, I don't care. 1989. When The Oakland A's stole all of America's hearts and won the World Series over the San Francisco Giants. I'll never forget it. It was one of the greatest moments of 9-year-old Kyle's life. Just a great time. There it is. I know this will pop my dad huge. Also, David C. Anderson, I couldn't be outdone by him. He got the Cubs set of this, and it got me really itchy, and he sent this my way, and I couldn't resist picking up the A's, the 1989 A's. All the greats, Canseco, McGuire, Dave Stewart, Dave Parker, Carney Lansford. I could go on, but the 89 A's starting lineup. This is going to go at my office at work. This will be a nice centerpiece in my office, so had to show that, which is a little off. It's been a long time since I got a starting lineup figure. Moving on to the next, I've actually found 2 more Masters of the WWE on that Walmart trip I was talking about. Macho Man and Roman. Those are the only 2 I was missing for my opener set. So now I just need 4 more perfectly mint ones for my mint on card set. But I was happy to have my Lucy versions. I'll open these at a later date. Looking over to Star Wars. So I came up with some Star Wars. Every once in a while, Star Wars is about the 3rd, 4th tier thing I collect. I buy a lot of them, not right when they come out usually. I usually wait a while. You can get deals cheaper on Target. Will have sales on Star Wars all the time. But I jumped on these 4. I saw them. You know, we've all been cooped up and itchy for new figures, and I couldn't resist. So threw them in the basket, and here they are. Zori Bliss from the new movie, if you can see that. Knights of Ren. Clone Commander BLY. I don't know if that's Billy, I think. Got that. And then my personal favorite, I've been looking forward to this one for a long time. Count Dooku, a.k.a. Christopher Lee. One of the greatest horror movie icons. Talk about the definition of heavy metal. That's him. So I'm very, very excited to get Count Dooku and Christopher Lee figure. You know, my favorite Dracula. A lot of people hate those hammer ones, but there's something about him that's just cool. His voice, you know, all the movies he was in. You know, he's obviously dead now, but very cool to get that one. Next up, how about some pop vinyls? I'm not a big pop guy. You'd think, hey, Kyle, you need to get those wrestling pops and stuff. They really don't do it for me. I mean, the Ultimate Warrior for sure. I jumped on that one. My daughter likes them a little bit, so she has a few, but not really my thing. But pop vinyl, Motorhead, and heavy metal is definitely my thing. Hot Topic had quite the sale. Buy 2 get 1 free. So I jumped on the new Motorhead, the new Lemmy one, and the new War Pig Lemmy Motorhead mascot. So I couldn't resist that. And you know me, Motorhead figures, why buy 2 when 4 is so much better? Had to get a set that I'm going to open, and a set I will keep minty and displayed. So that's it on those pop vinyls. Like I said, not a huge fan, but I do jump on them every once in a while, and the little I do buy, I usually buy them very cheap, deals like I just talked about. We got one more pop vinyl. Mr. Hulk Hogan. This has been out a while. Finally just mass hit the Walmarts. When I was in the stores, I decided to pick this up. It was like $8 there. Pretty cheap. I said, what the heck, why not? You could tell I hadn't been in a store a long time and I was itchy. I also picked up this guy. You guys have probably seen this as well. Walmart exclusive, Funko. It's a cardboard ring, but it also comes with a t-shirt of WrestleMania 3 Andre Hulk Hogan. I picked that up as well. And these were on clearance for only $4. So I said, you know, $4 for a shirt. I'll mow the yard in it. I don't know if this is a shirt I would wear out in public, but I will definitely mow the yard in this. So $4. If you see one, if you happen to be at Walmart, I'd say it's worth it. So goodbye. Jumping into next, how about Marvel Legends? The brand new Avengers Gamerverse wave came through. Now, I'd be lying. I don't play video games anymore at all. I just have no time. I wish I had time because they look pretty cool compared to when I was a kid. Obviously, a lot more complicated. You got to put a lot of hours in. I don't got that kind of time with my work job, and my figure life, and my family, obviously. So I jumped on these figures. Probably the least exciting Marvel Legends wave in a long time. I guess we'll start with Miss Marvel, Kamala. This is basically 100% same as the figure we got a year or so ago. Little color skew different. Just disappointing. But I had to have it. Game Reverse, Captain America, another one. So these are all attires from the new game that's coming out. I don't know. And Iron Man, the third one. How many Iron Man figures do you need? I don't know either. But the cool ones in the set to me, Miss Marvel, and I believe when I was a kid, he was Captain Marvel, but now we know Captain Marvel is a female from the movies. They must have switched him to Marvel. I can't say I've been keeping track of what he's been up to since the early 90s, but I do enjoy this figure. A little scuff on the star, if you can see that, which is, I should have looked a little bit better, but that was the only one they had. So here's another one, Marvel's Mach 1. Now, very few times do I get thrown for a loop and say I've never heard of anybody. Marvel's Mach 1, I have not. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of research on him. I've never heard of him before. So-so figure. Comes with the Abomination head. This is the Abomination wave. Another disappointing Build-A-Figure. I love the Build-A-Figure concept. This one is a little disappointing because we've had an Abomination Build-A-Figure. So they tweak some things. We'll build it. Maybe I'll do an unboxing video. If somebody wants to see that, I'll unbox the whole set. We can build a figure together. Now, the best two in the wave by far. Marvel's Rage. If anybody was a New Warriors fan back in the day, I love this figure. This is one of my favorite Marvel Legends figures so far this year. This could be my favorite one of the year so far. You know, he looks like a pro wrestler, just a big, tough. I always love the bigger guys, bigger looking figures. I have a cool lucha style mask on. Gonna be great in my New Warriors shelf, right next to Night Thrasher. Then the other one, Marvel's Leader. I mean, if you guys ever followed Hulk back in the day, you probably have seen him before. The big brain there. So that's that wave. Happy to knock that off the list. I was surprised to see it so soon. It just, you know, we've all been cooped up, and this stuff just kind of seemed to come out of nowhere. And it was great to just walk in and get the whole set all in one fell swoop. Nice change of pace. Which then gets us to another Marvel Legends set, the Black Widow set. These are also came, and Walmart seemed to have these on a big end cap shipper, so I think these are going to be very plentiful. I don't know what the story is of the movie. I haven't followed up with that, if that has been delayed or anything like that. But this was the one I was looking forward to the most, the Red Guardian. I was a fan of the Red Guardian in the comic book, kind of a Soviet version of Captain America. A little disappointed in the figure. They didn't come with a masked version, but I guarantee it's coming. Probably Wave 2. Just another way to get Marvel to get some extra money out of our pockets. Oh boy, I'm going to butcher this name. Yelena Belova. I believe this is Black Widow's sister. She's prominent in the movie, as you can imagine. Black Widow, of course. Did an unboxing video. Go back and check that of 2 of the Black Widow figures. Here's another movie Black Widow. I don't know. At this point, how many Black Widow figures do I need? And I know there's even more coming out. There's another Walmart exclusive as well. Here's a deep cut character, Marvel Spy Master. A very fringe character. Kind of surprised they made a figure of. Maybe they're just scraping the bottom of the barrel a little bit, but it's always good. You need some of those CD players in your collection, or if you're a kid in your figure play games, you know. You need, those are the kind of guys that die at the beginning of your battle scenes when you're a kid. That, oh, you need those guys for the front line, first ones to really start the battles. That's what he would have been used for when I was a kid. Here's another awesome one, Marvel's Crossbones. Something off on this figure. I'm not sure exactly what it is I don't like, but I loved Crossbones in the comics. Maybe I could play around with this one and mix some stuff. We'll see. And then the last one, unfortunately, the Winter Soldier was not... He was the only one gone from the set. So I have a feeling he's going to be the tough one. And there's nothing worse than when you're trying to build a figure and you're one figure short. And of course it's the Winter Soldier, the one I probably wanted right behind Red Guardian the most. But I did get Taskmaster, the main villain of the Black Widow movie. A very cool comic character. He looks like he'll be pretty heavy, as it looked to me like he was 2 per case. So I think he'll be fairly easy to get. But that's the Black Widow and the Marvel Legends portion of weekly purchases. Moving on from the Marvel Legends, how about some Jakks? We all love... No, my Jakks mission here. I'm trying to get every Ruthless Aggression figure ever made. Trying to You know, when I can, I want to buy minty loose, but sometimes that's not possible, and sometimes you get some heck of a deals where you can get on card or damaged cards that are going to be opened anyways. Get those for a steal. That's what I did this week. So I got M&M, Adrenaline Series, Morrison and Mercury. A very good pack there. Picked that up this week. How about Mickey James? You know, a great Mickey James late Ruthless Aggression Series figure. Another 2-pack, Santino Marella and Maria. Add that to the collection. How about another Paul Burchill and Katie Burchill? I think 3 weeks in a row I've got these figures or versions of them. They're Adrenaline 2-pack as well, Series 33. And then we get into the Lucy portion of the week. As you guys know, I'm buying a lot of Lucy's, getting them as mint as possible, buying lots. You know, as I get deeper and deeper in the collection, it's very tough to find lots anymore that I don't have some doubles. So I did get some doubles in here, but let's rapid fire through it. So here we go. Candice Michelle. I think I got one of her last week too. She came in a lot, so I got a double of that. A little coupon action. I'll flip that in a lot. Rey Mysterio. You know, as we all know, millions of Rey Mysterios. Millions right away, right off the bat. Another Rey. Cheetah Pants, Adrenaline Series, early Adrenaline Series. How about Cody Rhodes? A late release Cody Rhodes. Great head scan on that Cody. I love some of these Jakks head scans. I think people sleep on them. Oh, garbage of the week. Last week it was Chris Jericho that was buried in the backyard. I think he rose from the grave like AJ Styles at WrestleMania, sticking the hand out. The guy found him and said, I'm going to put him on Mercari for $4 and sell him to Kyle. And Kyle's going to just die when he sees it. It's covered in dirt and spend 24 hours on a fig bath. But I'm not bitter about that. But CM Punk was the joke of the week. He was in a lot. Totally loose ankles, loose everything. Some pate damage. We'll see if the kids want these, or else he'll be in the garbage. I don't know. Or maybe one of you want him. I don't know. But goodbye, CM Punk. Garbage of the week. Jeff Hardy, another one I already had. I'll have to flip this one as well. Very good Jeff Hardy late release. How about this one? Zack Ryder from the Adrenaline 2-pack with Kurt Hawkins. Happy to finally get this. This, as you know, just like the Hawkins figure, very, very hard to get. Happy to add that to the list. Chuck Palumbo. One of the worst face scans I've ever seen in Jakks. I cannot stand this one. He is brutal. I need to find the Michelle McCool that goes along with this. That's kind of a hard one to get, but Chuck was pretty easy. Kurt Angle, another double I already had. Bought him in a lot, so I'll flip him at a later date. Kurt's one of those guys they made 1,000,001 figures of, that's for sure. A personal favorite, I think this is the best Jakks Tommy Dreamer figure that ever came out with the ECW shirt from the ECW line. Very, very awesome. Happy to have all the Tommy Dreamers off the checklist finally. How about another John Morrison figure? A lot of John Morrisons, same figure, just different tights, different pants. I see a lot of him come through. Another Kurt Angle, American by birth, angry by choice. Isn't that a lot of us right now? American by birth, angry by choice? I don't know. Maybe not all of us, probably. Got this one in a group, and I couldn't pass it up. This will go in my deep cut Mattel 80s NWA set. They blend in very good with the Mattels, but Nikita Koloff, one of my most want Mattel figures. I love Nikita as a kid. I actually, probably because of my age, liked it when he was a face teaming with Sting and those guys wearing the black trunk or the black singlets. I enjoyed that era of Nikita a lot more. I've met Nikita a couple times. Cool guy. Very happy to finally get that one. As you guys know, I do have that on card already. How about D.H. Smith, Davey Boy Smith Jr., another late release Jakks. You know, he's one of those guys you're surprised has a figure from the WWE. How about a SummerSlam figure of Eddie Guerrero? You know, lots of different Eddies as well in the line. Triple H from the Eugene 2-pack. Got the Eugene last week, got the Triple H this week. I always like this figure. Something about the white boots and the beard on Triple H. That's a favorite of mine. Well, La Resistance. We'll do these two together. Boy, there's about 2, 3, 4 of these different ones in different gear. Tajiri, another one. And there's a couple of Tajiris out there. Here's one, a Jakks Internet exclusive, Val Venus. Somewhat difficult to get. You know, there's a Val Venus Classic Superstar, but this was the main time when this was released in the Ruthless Aggression. Actually, it wasn't Ruthless Aggression line, a Ruthless Aggression style figure in the box, online exclusive. So I was happy to knock that one off my list. Here's another one that's really cool. I don't know if a lot of you guys have seen this. Best of WCW, Chris Jericho. I wish Mattel would have made the same exact figure. I always liked Jericho back then. You know, everybody loves Jericho and all the different styles of stuff he's had over the year, but this one was always my favorite. The young Lionheart Chris Jericho, and then right when he started with Ralphus and stuff, that was always my favorite Chris Jericho. How about Eddie Guerrero? This is an Adrenaline 2-pack. This is an interesting one. I remember this feud, but I don't remember this gear. But here's Eddie. Okay, cheat to win, street fight clothes. But how about the John Cena that came with him? This is John Cena back when he was new, and he was a mechanic during the day. I don't know if you guys knew that. He worked on cars, and I think he specialized in 4x4s, if I remember right. But he would work all day at the shop. You know, he'd get in at 6, and he'd be there till 6 at night, and he would just, you know, wash up as quick as he could. And sometimes he couldn't. He couldn't get to work to Raw or SmackDown fast enough, and he'd have to wear his shop clothes. And that's exactly what we have here. Mechanic John Cena with his trusty wrench. A very, very interesting figure. The white hat, the backward, the Ugg or Lugs boots. I mean, he's ready for a day working in the garage, and then ready to beat up Eddie Guerrero at night. So really, I do like some of that Jakks wackiness every once in a while. CM Punk. Can't forget CM Punk. A lot of him. I do enjoy CM Punk. Mr. Kennedy, another guy. A million Mr. Kennedy figures out there. This is the green trunks. John Morrison, once again. We already went through him once. Why not again? John Morrison. Different pants. Getting down to it. How about Ted DiBiase Jr.? I believe that Cody Rhodes I showed earlier. This was an Adrenaline 2-pack. Another great face scan on Ted Jr. Very late end of the line release. Another Edge like Angle and Orton and Cena. There was a million Edge figures. I'm not a big fan of the head scan on this one. I always thought it looked a little goofy. But another Edge crossed off the list. And finally, for this week, Jakks Ruthless Aggression. We got the internet exclusive Batista all wrapped up in his bandage tape and stuff. I actually got this for $4, if you can believe it. Minty fresh right out of the box, only displayed. And that's what I'm looking for. I need stuff like that. That's it on the Jakks Ruthless Aggression for this week. Next week, I hope you guys all buckle in, because it's going to be something like we've never seen before. I found a collector out there. We wheeled and dealed. We came to some agreements. It's going to be a long one next week, I can tell you that. And we're going to be very, very close to getting to the end of this this journey, this Jakks journey. I mean, there's still going to be some to get, but this is a huge dent that will be taken out as of next week. So a little teaser, a little foreshadowing. We'll tell you all about it next week. But final things, some major pod stuff. I got the Live 5. Little autograph action there. I got the flag. Don't know what I'll do with this. Maybe someday I'll do a garage tour. I've got a bunch of flags hanging in my garage of heavy metal bands around my Jeep collection. And then I also got a life-size Captain Spaulding, if you guys are familiar with the Devil's Rejects. He lives out there in my garage, so it's pretty cool out there. A few other things. How about an eye patch? Scratch that figure itch eye patch. You know, just in case I lose an eye, which could happen. You never know. A little keychain. Best wishes keychain. Major Pod sticker. Major Pod card. Heath Slater. And then the new pin set came in. There's Stang. Heath Slater. Smart Mark. Hornswoggle, referee John Cone, and one of the best guys around, Zombie Sailor. Always finding the deals out there. So that is it. I look around at this pile and this mess I've created in this video, but that is weekly purchases for this week. So I really appreciate you guys sticking through. You know, tell me in the comments, what did you guys get this week? Did you get anything cool? I'm hoping you're not out there actively figure hunting, but so did you get something from the mail? Did you get any good eBay wins? I'd love to hear about it and talk to you about it in the comments. So just please let me know. As usual, please like the videos, subscribe to the channel. You know, I sent a video up earlier this week. We got 1,000 subscribers. I think we're over 1,100 now. How high can we go? I don't know. I never thought we'd have 1,000, that's for sure. We did 1,000 subscribers in 2 weeks. So continue to get the word out there. Please share my videos with anybody you think might be interested. Get them to subscribe. You know, it's always fun to be able to talk to you guys and hear what you guys are doing, and people seem to enjoy it. I get a lot of great comments every single day. We get plenty more content to come. I'll do some figure deep dives. A lot of unboxings we can do. If there's something you want to see unboxed, I got no problem to do it. So let me know in the comments. And just make sure you like and subscribe. But until then, I think that's all we got. So we're done for another week. Join me every Saturday at the table, and we'll do some weekly purchases and have a good discussion. Until then, everybody stay safe, and we'll talk to you soon.